the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome, NBA fans, and you know who you are. Ernie Johnson here with you again, along with Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, for what is still a very new, a very fresh NBA season. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the 76ers out in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. The Hawks roster, you got some really good players, but no real superstars. The success they've had, kind of a product of the coaching staff getting the most out of their talent, Shaq.
It's always team first with the Hawks, and that shows on the stat sheet. They don't have to run offense to any one player, and that makes them one of the most consistent teams. They win a lot of games, and they are no flukes.
Well, listen, I'm a Hawks fan, and a lot of people will say it was a fluke last year. I'm going to go on record that wasn't a fluke. I am a fan of the Hawks, and I am not afraid to admit it.
Very nice.
All right.
All right.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan.
Not a Hawk record.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful, the loss to the Wizards. You know, guys, you hate to get embarrassed on your home court, but that's exactly what happened. It was a tough loss for them.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, about as inept an offensive performance as they're capable of giving, just stale at that end of the floor when it came to their ideas and their execution.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks continue to build a team-first culture. Mike Budenholzer talked about how the players believe in each other and enjoy playing together. You hear it from the players themselves. They hold each other in high esteem, they play unselfishly, and they're having fun doing it. They're still called Spurs East, and you can see why, Kevin.
All about winning together, David. Thank you. Brent, just how long do you give yourself as a team before you start planning ahead, looking to next year?
Well, I think general managers, or at least the smart ones, Kevin, are always doing that.
Looking.
And not just next year. They're looking to 2 or 3 seasons from now, setting themselves up with cap space, player room, and player movement. Even trades enter the picture. So it's an ongoing process, but for a basketball team.
Atlanta making some changes. Muscala, he's checked in for Howard. Ilyasova comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Prince in for Thabo Sefolosha. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Prince. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Muscala in it.
Let's go, hustle up. These guys are relying on one man to beat us. He's losing us off the ball and creating all of their opportunities. I want you to stay tight on him, away from the ball, and run him off the line.
Performance for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
Feeds it to Muscala. Misses the 3. Philadelphia leading by 4. There's the dish to Young. Prez kicks to Young. Out left to the wing. Here's Covington, guarded by Prince. 5 to shoot. Here's Prez. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. When you talk about making a splash in the league, not only did Prez lead his team to a win, but he also put up some great numbers in his debut.
And you see why everyone is expecting great things from this kid. Looks like the future.
Oh!
How's that for a quick possession?
He did not hesitate one bit. Great explosion.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. The Hawks trail by 8. Here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Dishes to Muscala. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers leading by 8. Covington passes to Young. Here's Holmes. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
No question. You have one team firing on all cylinders. The other one can't even get out of the garage.
Pass to Prez. There's the feed to Covington. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Splitters checked in for Joel Embiid. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Schroeder against Young. Stolen. And now the 76ers on the break. And finished off by Prez. Well, what a run it was for Prez in college. He came in with so much expected out of him, and he lives up to the hype by leading his team to a national title.
And when it got down to the nitty-gritty in that game, you just knew he was going to shine. What a storybook ending for him to close out his collegiate career on top.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And that one is good. Young's got his second bucket.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
Just completely in rhythm, really from the opening tip, and they continue to pile up the points.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And the 76ers with possession. Big time run continues here. 16-0, shutting it down. Prez dishes to Covington. Here's Holmes. Screen by Young. And here's Covington from the arc. That one, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way.
Well, you hear coaches talk often about the power of 5 and how a team can become greater than the sum of its parts. And there's no doubt that the Atlanta Hawks show and exemplify exactly that. High character, unselfish players, a team with no real superstars, but they certainly play the game the right way.
Splitter, that's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Bazemore for 3. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, Ilyasova playing with a high motor tonight. Lots of activity. He's good for at least a few second chance points.
And Young kicks to Prez. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Hawks trail by 20. Poked away. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Hawks.
And not a lot of attempts from beyond the break. Those deeper three-pointers can be a little outside of some players' range, but they've got guys who can make that shot. I think that's just an outlier so far.
On defense, the 76ers. They set the pick. Nobody near Schroeder.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
Here's Prez. And it's off from three-point range.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Ilyasova is screen on Young. Ilyasova passes to Prince. Back to Ilyasova. 6 to shoot. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Atlanta again missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
And for most teams, that's where the high percentages are. No reason to take a tough shot if you can bull your way into an easy one.
Prince outside. Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. Prez brings the double team. Bazemore for three. Doesn't go for it. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
And let's hope for a heated matchup in this first game between them, because a close one tonight ensures we'll have 3 more good games down the road.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Now Schroeder. From deep three-point range, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a...
Basketball. This is my passion, you know.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very... Some changes here for the 76ers. Luwawu is checked in for Robert Covington. Prez comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Levens. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Muscala's checked in. Bean, he's in at shooting guard. Splitter is out there with Luwawu, and it's McConnell in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Kicks to Prez. Fires at the elbow. And the 76ers get it back. Yep, that one goes in there. Splitter's got 6 points.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
And here's Schroeder. He's got 6. Pass to Bazemore. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Bazemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 76ers leading by 22. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. You know, Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. You take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. You take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. And very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, D.A., that's what it's all about. Thank you. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Luwawu, the pass to Prez. He kicks it to Splitter. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
The defense is aware of Splitter and what he can do down there. Still, they can't stop it.
Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. Schroeder with the ball. Bazemore inside the three-point line. And the wing jumper offline.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 6 to the inside. Ilyasova. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Well, Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer, his players will tell you, does a great job of being inclusive, making everybody from the stars to the reserves feel like they matter. He's establishing a collective trust. It makes a difference on the court. You can see the communication between staff and player.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Now here's Schroeder. He's tightly guarded. It's Prince on the wing. Pass to Schroeder. And Splitter pulls it down. I heard Coach Bud holds team dinners. Brent, he calls it breaking bread, trying to create that feeling of community, trying to bond the team together.
Well, you always want to feel like the coach is doing more than just coaching you, that the part of the job for him is caring about what's going on. There's also a great sense of open door policy that if you want to go in and talk to your coach, He's available whenever and wherever to do that. So all of that sense of community and camaraderie, that comes through in Atlanta.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So hard not to love Prez. Every minute he steps on the floor, he is giving everything he's got.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Ilyasova can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Prez. He's covered by Bazemore. Here's McConnell, and the pass to Splitter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And the Sixers, patiently building with young talent. And through all the losing, Coach Brett Brown talked about seeing the daylight. And I think we're starting to see it as well. The roster's starting to take shape, and maybe that optimism is just around the corner for the Sixers.
Prince outside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Prez. And now Philadelphia on the break. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Luwawu's got 14 points for the game.
He's given them a little bit of everything this quarter, but his scoring has been absolutely dominant.
Here's Bazemore. Screen by Howard. Now Bazemore. And there's the 3-second violation.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, he's going to be down on himself about that one. He's a better player than that, and you'd hate to see that kind of miscue affect the outcome of the game.
Now here's Prez. Not a lot of room, and Luwawu gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's the screen. Delaney. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. 76ers on top, just dominating this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, you've done a great job of moving the ball around as well as scoring. What's been the key?
It's really all about, reading the defense and reacting. If they're giving me a shot or room to attack, that's what I'll do. And if they're focusing on me and leaving one of my teammates open, then I'm going to make the pass.
Tic-tac-toe, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Good work, guys. Nicely done. Where do you guys want to go after the game? Burgers or tacos? I kind of want to go tacos.
Welcome back, everyone, to Philadelphia. There's City Hall, an amazing building. Such a great part of this historic American city. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Splitter is checked in for Joel Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Saric. Prez is checked in for Simmons. And Levins is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Howard. Ilyasova comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Hardaway. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Dennis Schroeder. On the court right now for the Hawks, Kent Bazemore is out there with Sefolosha. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Good on the bucket.
Thunderous explosion to the bucket by Sefolosha there. Nice to see him get involved in the O.
Philadelphia's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Splitter sets a screen. Off the pick. Prez, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
And that's an exceptional slam right there. Prez just destroying the bucket with his ridiculous power.
And here's Bazemore. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
All right, Red. Good call. Looks like you found
And
your
now,
glasses,
courtesy
huh?
of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. The 76ers third. Number 5, the Hawks.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
Philadelphia's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. They set the screen. Shot on the wing, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. He dishes it to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Prince.
Two minutes left in the third quarter.
Pass to Muscala. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray. Muscala's got 8 points.
Downtown marksman. Always a little surprising how consistent he is from deep because he's such a big guy.
Levens kicks to Prez. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Brent, I can picture you now winning that dunk contest back in '96. How did you prepare for that? And
you saw
what
that
do you
one,
think of the
Pops.
dunks that are being pulled off in the modern game now?
I think the dunks today are kind of tough to judge, Kevin, because you're able to see everything you want on your mobile device. And as a matter of fact, why are you looking at the dunks on Vine right now, Kevin?
Because some of these are amazing.
I know, and that's
I'm
the
looking, I'm
that's the
looking at
problem.
I'm looking at yours.
Yeah,
Lord,
that's too
and
much.
Your dunk was amazing.
Yeah, that was in black and white. So the amazing thing that guys have to compete against when it comes to the NBA All-Star Game is the fact that a lot of kids and a lot of fans have seen some amazing things because they have access to it. And then all of a sudden you're on that big stage and you better do something spectacular and you better do it quick to get their attention. But I think we still got some tremendous athletes in our game. And last year, Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon put on an absolute show in Toronto.
The creativity's off the charts, though. Wouldn't you say the things they think of these kids are amazing?
Not only the things they're thinking of, Kevin, but the things that the NBA guys are borrowing from some of the great dunkers that are out there professionally touring around the world. And they're taking some of those ideas, and they should, because we have some incredible guys doing incredible things.
Bazemore dishes to Ilyasova. Feeds it to Muscala. It's stolen by Prez. Pass to Luwawu. Here's Prez. Here's Splitter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Howard's checked in for Muscala.
Splitter is a winning player, having a championship under his belt. His winning mentality, a huge bonus for the squad.
Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Levens kicks to Prez. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the triple. Prez has got 29. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Whoops, they pick off the pass. No good that time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Philadelphia ahead, running away with this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Bean in at small forward. Splitter is out there with Simmons. Then it's Jared Bayless, and it's Levens in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And the Hawks, Brent, going with the brand revamp, throwback logo, new uniforms. How do you like the new look?
Yeah, they're not bad. I don't like when they mismatch the jerseys, Kevin. You know, they'll do the red on the bottom with the charcoal gray on top. I get a little bit confused. I'm more of a traditionalist that way, but we haven't seen a lot of neon in the NBA, but the Hawks are bringing it in. And I also, Kevin, like the way that some of the franchises recently have gone to the new almost soccer circular logo. So I like the way Atlanta has situated themselves with that sort of styling.
Screen by Howard. And I saw a study recently, Brent, that home court advantage isn't what it used to be.
The home court advantage is about a point to a point and a half. I read that very same article, Kevin. So it's interesting.
You sent it to me. You remember that? You sent that article
Oh,
to me.
you read the things I sent
to you. Of course I do.
Well,
when you send it, it's a priority list. Yeah.
That's a first. So what I like about it, Kevin, is the fact that the three-point line is really changing that huge disparity between what it is that a home court advantage used to be and what it is now. Still vitally important, I think, for young teams throughout the course of the regular season to get themselves in a position to have home court advantage. As slight as it might be, it is still one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Bean, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game. The dish to Dunleavy. Knocked loose, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Hawks ball.
A 3 off the inbound. Poked away. Dishes it to Humphries. And finished off by Prez.
And really like how Prez keeps his hands moving, which is why he comes away with important steals.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Picked by Humphries. Splitter against Howard. To the inside. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really led his teammate there. Never once did he have to break his stride or momentum.
The feed to Simmons. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. To the paint. And now the 76ers on the break. Prez leading the charge. Bayless from long range. Hits it from 3-point range. Bayless has got 11 points here in just the second half. Kicks it to Calderon. Hawks passing it around. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver mentioned at some point they'll look at potentially expanding the NBA draft to 3 rounds. It's been that before in 1988. It used to be, 6-7 rounds?
That's correct.
A long time ago, Brent. Should the league go back to a 3-round draft?
Why not?
But how about some of these names deep in the second round? These are kids that get cut immediately.
Well, you don't have to watch it, Kevin, but it's be good for the league
to
have 3 rounds.
But we love the league, so of course you watch it.
Yeah, and you know, you think about the hundreds of potential players that can make the NBA, certainly be on the summer league roster so that the teams can evaluate them over the next 3 months before the NBA season gets started. So why not 3 rounds?
Passes it to Humphries. Inside to stop the run, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And so many teams now make the pick and roll the real foundation of their offense.
Well, the pick and roll game in the NBA, Kevin, is everything on offense. Whenever a possession breaks down, of course, as the shot clock winds down, you're going to find a ball handler and a screener. And some of the best in the business reside on the West Coast. I think about Chris Paul, and I think about Damian Lillard being able to operate out of those pick and rolls with great effectiveness.
Good examples.
And when you see Ben Simmons on paper, it might not be that impressive, but once you watch him move, you see what the hype is all about. Runs like a guard with a forward's body. Incredible quickness for a player his size makes him a nightmare matchup.
And Levens throws it down.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
And no matter what adjustments the defense has made tonight, they've had an answer every time.
Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And with Simmons and his frame, it shines in the open court. He can handle the ball and lead a break like few others can at that size.
Yeah, and what's great about Simmons in any situation is the control he has over his speed and body. Often you see physically gifted players like him take time to learn how to control both of those attributes. Simmons not only has an NBA-ready body, he has the dexterity and power over it to make incredible things happen on the floor.
And stolen by Levens. And here we go. Fast break. Levens has got it. Here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 7 now in this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
You look at the elite players in the NBA, a much more tight-knit bunch than maybe in decades past. Brent, not as much animosity as we used to see between players on different teams. Do you agree with that? And maybe more importantly, why is it different now than it was then?
We always talk about the AAU programs and what it is that these elite players are offered up in terms of their early stages of development, Kevin. When you're in 6th grade and you know somebody from D.C. is friends with somebody in Oakland because they get to see one another throughout the course of the AAU programs over the summer and where these tournaments are held, it's understandable that the elite players in the NBA are going to have relationships that exist before they get there. So I don't have any problem with it whatsoever.
Now the pass to Humphries. He kicks to Calderon. Dunleavy for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And finish off by Prez.
And it's great to see Prez in attack mode, just wanting to shoot the ball every time he's open.
And stolen by Levens. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Bayless. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Calderon with it. To the middle. Here's Dunleavy. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Dunleavy's got 11 points here in just the second half. Simmons passes to Prez. Soft touch off the glass.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Screen by Howard. Calderon dishes to Howard. Misses in close.
That set had everything but the finish. You know, even though they missed that shot, they know they will convert that more times than not.
Prez kicks to Levens. He dishes it to Simmons. 76ers moving the ball around. From deep. Prez, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Dunleavy. Money from the wing.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Levens passes to Prez. Simmons dishes to Splitter. Down low. Here's Prez. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Prez has got 43 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Picked by Humphries. Here's Howard. Again, Howard missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Splitter. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Howard. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Prince has checked in for the Hawks.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the 76ers setting an all-time record for patience as far as going young, Greg, and building through the draft. There's been a lot of losing along the way.
Yeah, and a lot of questions to their strategy. I mean, but the front office said their philosophy was trying to plant an orchard from seeds. They didn't want to buy apples, I guess. They wanted to grow them from the ground up. Boy, they better get that harvest moving fast.
Levins kicks to Prez. Pass to Splitter. Unloads from 9, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, throughout the game, Splitter just continuing the offensive onslaught, having one of those great nights and getting some great looks at the rim.
Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Prince for 3, Dunleavy. Rebound by the 76ers. Prez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. He feeds it to Bayless. And business, obviously, is great in the NBA. Players' salaries shooting up. Franchise values skyrocketing. In fact, Brent, I saw the other day a new study saying the average team is now worth over $1 billion. Some much more than that. You still want to own a team someday?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Can you afford that?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, Kevin. But our game is in a great place. And one of the things that makes me most proud as a former player, Kevin, is who it is that represents the NBA right now in terms of their character, in terms of their class, in terms of some of the stances that they take, even outside of the sport, getting involved in politics, getting involved in their local community. The league continues to do amazing things both on and off the court.
I would say maybe never been healthier than it is right now on all fronts. The way it's played, the named stars, the community activism, all of it.
I agree with you, Kevin.
Picked by Humphries.
2 minutes.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, not too many current or former NBA players can say this, but you can, Brent. You've been in a movie. How was it getting involved in the Jerry Maguire movie? And do you have any more plans to be on the big screen?
I have more plans to go to movies, Kevin, than to be in the movies. Somehow, some way, I got a phone call from somebody that said, we need you to come down here. And I know the backstory to it. Cameron Crowe is from Seattle. I met Cameron Crowe several times, and he said, Brent, I got a part for a basketball player. How about a movie? I said, cool. Then he said, how about a movie with Tom Cruise? I said, even better. And then he said, how about a movie about a sports agent with Tom Cruise, and you'll be in the scene with him? And I said, what time?
How many lines did you have in that movie?
Oh, I nailed it. One line, Kevin. One line, one take, Jake. And there was a kid there that was in the same scene. It was about signing some basketball cards, and the little boy was suffering from a cold that day, and Tom Cruise could not have been nicer. In fact, gave the kid some Kleenex.
That's a great story.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Prez. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Clock at 2. Here's Splitter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's Atlanta. Prince kicks to Dunleavy. Picked by Humphries. Feeds it to Calderon. Pass to Prince. The Hawks working the ball around. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here's Bayless. Now the dish to Prez. Takes a 3. Gets it to fall.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
A phenomenal effort level. These guys came in committed to dictating the action.